I'm Mao Okamoto. Over the past year, I've been seriously focused on marriage as a 30-year-old pharmacist. Recently, things have been going well with Takumi Fujisaki, who I met a little while ago. I'm thinking this might lead to marriage soon. Oh, this restaurant looks good.
Yeah, it really does. But it's a bit pricey.
Oh? Right, it's before payday.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Let's go to that chain restaurant over there instead.
Yeah, it sounds good. Thanks.
Takumi's income shouldn't be that low, though. He often doesn't have much cash on him. He once showed me his tax certificate, so it's not like he's lying about his income. He doesn't wear any branded stuff either. I've been a little curious about how Takumi spends his money. If he's a big saver, that'd be fine, but...
Mao, this is really good.
Oh, you're right. It's delicious.
I wish my mom could have tried something this good. Oh, I didn't mean to bring up something so sad.
No, I think it's sweet how thoughtful you are, Takumi. It seems like Takumi's mother passed away when he was young. I'm pretty sure his dad raised him, but he never really talks about him.
I had so much fun today.
I had a great time too. Can we meet again next week?
Of course. I was going to ask you too.
I'm glad. The day before our next date, Takumi and I were talking about our plans.
By the way, Mao, there's something important I need to talk to you tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, is he going to propose? I was so excited as I headed to our date. But Takumi's important talk was a bit different from what I had imagined.
Will you marry me?
I'm so happy. Of course.
Oh, but before you answer, there's something I need to tell you first.
Is this about that important talk you mentioned yesterday? Isn't a serious talk supposed to be about proposing? Could it be that he has some kind of health issue?
Actually, I send money to my dad every month.
Oh, I see. That's really considerate of you.
Well, the thing is, it's about a third of my salary.
What? That much?
My dad doesn't work, and all he does is drink and gamble. So I've been supporting him financially.
Is it true that such a serious person like Takumi's dad is like that? Even so, I want to marry you. But I have one condition. You can't send money to your father anymore.
But, like I just said, my dad doesn't work.
But he's using that money for drinking and gambling, right?
Well, yeah, that's true. But then, before you give me an answer, could you at least meet my father once? If you marry me, you'll be family with him too. I want you to meet him and then think about marrying me again.
Okay, fine. I'll meet your dad. A month after Takumi shared his thoughts with me, we went to his family's house to meet his dad.
So, you're gonna marry this woman? Her name is Mao Okamoto, Dad. Please don't call her this woman. I'm serious about marrying her. Do whatever you want. So you work too?
Yes. I plan to keep working after we get married.
If you're both working, that means the allowance for me will double, right?
What?
What are you talking about, Dad? If she marries you, that makes her my daughter too, right? And if she's my daughter, then she's got a duty to support me. Even so, doubling the allowance out of nowhere is... We wouldn't be able to manage our own lives. Shut up! All you two need to do is keep earning money. Stop saying such crazy things. Shut up! Shut up! Don't talk back to me. Let's get out of here.
We burst out of Takumi's house as if we were running away. And I felt a terrifying sensation that his father's angry voice was coming after us.
Sorry, I didn't think he'd say something like that.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked. Like your father said, if we get married, I'll be family with him. I feel bad saying this, but maybe it's better for you to cut ties with him. And like I mentioned before, you really should stop sending him money.
Yeah, but he's still my dad.
I see.
Considering what happened today, I want you to think carefully about marrying me.
Okay. I do want to marry Takumi, but When I think about becoming family with his father, I found myself unable to tell Takumi that I wanted to marry him. The next day, I decided to talk to my parents about what had happened at Takumi's house.
I don't want you marrying someone with a father like that.
Yeah, I'm worried too.
I knew they would react like that. Takumi is really a wonderful person, though. If it weren't for that, I'd want to marry him right away.
There's no need to rush into marriage.
But if I want to start a family, isn't it better to get married sooner rather than later?
Well, that might be true, but...
Why don't we all sit down and talk things over with Takumi? Let's hear what he really thinks.
Yeah, I'll talk to him about it. A week later. This time, Takumi is going to have a meal with my parents.
I sincerely apologize for causing Mao such worry. Hey now, lift your head. If I'm going to get married, I can't imagine anyone better than Mao.
Takumi, you think that much of me?
But you still can't cut ties with your father, right?
We don't want to let our daughter marry into something we know will bring her hardship. I'll cut ties with my father.
What? But last time you said you couldn't because he's your father.
After hearing Mao's words, I've been thinking a lot about marrying you or staying with my father. Yes, he's my only father, but in my life, you're more important.
Oh, Takumi.
Mr. and Mrs. Okamoto, I will make Mao happy, I promise. Please give me your blessing to marry her.
Please, I want to marry Takumi. Trust him.
Well...
Please, believe in me.
We'll definitely be happy together.
If you're that determined, then okay. Takumi, please take good care of our daughter.
Make sure you keep her happy.
Yes, I will.
Thank you, Dad, Mom. And so we got married. Like we talked about before marriage, I'm continuing my job, and we're saving for the future while enjoying life together. Takumi really cut ties with his father, and since the wedding I haven't seen his father even once. It's been 3 years without a single major fight. Our marriage is going so smoothly. As promised that day, I'm truly living a happy married life. But still, I can't help but wonder why Takumi always seems to have so little cash on hand. And that's the only thing bothering me. He says he's putting most of it into personal savings, but... A call from Mom. Hello, Mom. It's unusual for you to call.
Oh, Mao? Is this a good time?
Yeah, I just finished making dinner. I think Takumi will be home soon.
So, it's just you at home now, right? That's perfect.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, I need to talk to you about something important. Could you come home by yourself on your next day off?
What is it? Sure, I can come, but does something happen?
I'll explain everything when you get here. Just make sure you come alone, okay?
Okay, I will.
I'm home.
Oh, welcome back.
What's wrong? You're looking at your phone with a strange expression.
Oh, yeah. My mom just told me to come home alone on my next day off.
Do you think something happened with your dad?
I'll discuss it with you if it's something we need to talk about once we're home.
All right, let me know if something's up.
As promised, I headed to my parents' house on my next day off. The serious expressions on my parents' faces as they waited for me in the living room made it clear this wasn't going to be good news.
Sorry for calling you here so suddenly.
I'm fine. What's going on? A letter from Keiko Abe? Who's that from?
Just read it first.
Okay. What? This is... As I read the letter my parents handed me, it felt like the world went blank. This letter, it's from Takumi's mother. My hands trembled as I realized the letter was from my mother-in-law, who I was told had passed away. I apologize for writing so suddenly. I am Takumi Fujisaki's mother. I divorced my husband after Takumi got a job, and we've hardly been in contact since. Recently, I received a message from my son. He said his wife has a serious illness, but her parents are toxic and won't help her, and asked me for financial support. Wait, what? I have a serious illness.
Actually, we've arranged to meet with her. And I thought you should hear this too.
What do you want to do? Do you want to meet her?
Of course. Besides, Takumi told me his mother passed away when he was young. Not long after Keiko Abe, the sender of the letter, arrived at my parents' house.
I'm terribly sorry to have contacted you so suddenly.
So, this is my mother-in-law? I was surprised by how refined my mother-in-law was, considering she had been married to my father-in-law.
Please, come in.
Thank you for having me. I know this may seem inappropriate, but after receiving that message from my son, I immediately hired a private investigator. Of course, I found out quickly that her illness was a lie, and it seemed like my son has been lying to all of you, which is why I reached out.
But Takumi told me that his mother passed away when he was little.
Oh no. It seems he's following in his father's footsteps.
His father lied too?
Yes, I'm embarrassed to admit it. But my husband never held a steady job. I supported him with my income. Even then, as you may know, I limited how much money he could have. But when I did that, he started lying, saying that our son was sick, and started gathering money from everywhere he could. I was also told that his parents had passed away early. But actually, he had just been disowned.
So that's why you divorced him?
Yes. Once Takumi had secured a job and moved out, I took the opportunity to end things. I even warned him to stay away from his father.
But when we got married, Takumi told me he cut ties with his father.
No, Takumi is still giving money to his father. When I hired the investigator, I found out that he had visited his father's apartment multiple times.
What?
But he begged us to trust him.
Even after we got married, I always had a sense that we were short on money. But he said he was putting it in saving.
I don't think he's been saving anything. I'm sure the money he asked me for was to give to his father.
Mao, call him here right now. You should divorce him.
Honey, calm down.
I think we need to talk things over first. We have shared savings, and if it's only his personal money he has been giving away, I'll let it slide this time. I said that, but more than the money, I was shaken by the realization that everything Takumi had told me had been lies. About his mother, the money, I can't believe everything was a lie. I told my parents I could forgive him, but maybe it's better for me to just divorce him. Could I really trust Takumi again after this? With all those doubts swirling in my mind, I headed back home. I'm back.
Welcome back. So what was your mother's story?
Oh, nothing much really.
I see. You look exhausted though. Are you okay?
Yeah. I need to talk to Takumi. Hey, I need to ask you something. Do you have a minute?
Sure, but aren't you tired?
I'm fine.
So what do you want to ask me?
Right now, we have shared savings in your name, as well as individual savings, right?
What? Yeah.
We've been married for over 3 years now. And I think it's about time we start thinking about buying a house.
A house?
Yeah. And don't you think we should start thinking about growing the family?
Family?
And that's why I want to check how much we have in our shared savings.
What?
Why is he so shaken? What's wrong, Takumi?
We've been putting a fixed amount into the joint account every month, right? So I don't think we need to bother checking.
Yeah, you're right. Since we're putting in a fixed amount, we should know exactly how much is there. That's if it's actually being deposited, though.
What's with that tone?
Then show me how much you have in your personal savings.
Huh? Why do I have to show you mine? Then what about you? Are you really saving up?
Yeah, I am.
Wait, 3 million yen?
Now what about yours, Takumi? Show me your passbook. Show me the passbook. Reluctantly, Takumi gave in to my words and sluggishly went to the bedroom to get his passbook. What about the joint savings account?
Huh? But you said you wanted to see my personal account.
Just hurry up and show me. What is this? The joint account is empty too?
This is, well, I had no choice.
What? No choice? You broke your promise again, didn't you? You've been giving money to your father, haven't you?
Yeah, I know my dad's a loser, but I can't abandon him. Let's support him together. If we work hard, he'll forgive you too, Maul.
What is he even talking about?
That's why we should support my dad from now on. Maybe he could even live with us.
No way. What are you saying? There's no way we can do that.
Don't you dare talk back to me.
What?
He's my dad. I can't abandon him. Family is supposed to support each other. A son has to take care of his parents. That's just common sense.
Support each other?
You're a part of the Fujisaki family now. You need to help us. It's your responsibility.
The way he's yelling, he looks just like his father. That's not supporting. You're just carrying the whole burden.
What?
Even if you're going to support your father, you need to know your own limits.
Are you saying I can't be filial to my parents?
Isn't filial piety about showing gratitude to your parents?
I am grateful to my dad.
But what has he ever done for you?
What the heck is your problem? Are you planning to leave me like my mom did?
Did your mom leave him? I thought she passed away.
Oh.
I think it was wrong of you to lie about your mother, but that's behind us now. Well, I know she's still alive and well. Why are you so obsessed with your father?
Because he raised me.
It was your mother who raised you.
Huh? If you can't support my dad, then you're not part of this family. That means we'll have to get a divorce. Is that what you want?
Fine.
Really? So you understand what I'm trying to say?
That look on his face, he's completely misunderstanding. Let's get a divorce.
What? Why? You just said you understood.
Yeah, I did. And that's why we're getting a divorce. I can't support your father.
No way. I won't agree to a divorce.
What are you saying? You're the one who brought it up.
If we get divorced, you'll never be able to remarry. Your parents won't want a daughter coming back home after a failed marriage. You swore eternal love to me, and now you're going to break that promise. People will judge you for that. Divorce will ruin your life. You know that's right.
My relationship with you and your father is a disadvantage in my life. I'll have a lawyer handle the divorce discussions. I left Takumi crying behind, as I stuffed my valuables and a change of clothes into a suitcase. Even as I walked out of the house, Takumi was still on the floor crying. But I felt no sympathy for him at all. I hired a lawyer, as promised, and started the divorce discussions. But even after 2 months, there was no progress whatsoever.
It seems your husband is having a tough time accepting this.
Is he just being stubborn?
We'll need him to repay the money he used from the joint savings, too.
Then 1 week later,
Miss Fujisaki, suddenly your husband paid back the amount from the joint account.
What? Really?
Yes, and he agreed to the divorce, too.
Why the sudden change? I'm glad, but...
It seems his mother helped him pay off the joint savings compensation.
What? I hurriedly called my mother-in-law, and it turned out it was true. She had offered to help Takumi. I apologize for having to make you contribute money.
Oh, it's fine. After all, I'm his mother. This will be the last time I'll help him, though.
Huh? Last time?
I've realized that Takumi has grown up to be just like his father. So after this, I plan to cut ties with him as well.
I see.
When he divorces you, he'll end up needing money. Then he'll probably beg me or even tell his father where I am.
That's true. He even lied to his mother and begged for money this time too.
So I've decided not to tell him and move out. This was my way of apologizing for you having to marry a son like him. And my final act of love as his mother. I'm really sorry for all of this.
No, it's me who should be apologizing for dragging you into this. Thanks to my mother-in-law's help, I was able to divorce Takumi without any issues. But things didn't end there. Out of nowhere, my former father-in-law showed up at my parents' house.
My daughter has already divorced your son. We have no ties with your family anymore. Please leave.
What the heck are you talking about? Once your family forever. You still have a duty to support me.
What did I do? Oh, right. The police.
Hey, I know your daughter's in there.
Stop it! I'm calling the police!
Go ahead. I ain't afraid of the cops.
We received a call. Is everything all right here?
Eric!
Officer! This man showed up here and started causing trouble.
That's not good. Mind telling me what's going on?
No, I'm not really.
Let's just hop in the police car for a moment. I'll listen to what you have to say.
Ah!
My former father-in-law looked so timid in front of the police officer, just like Takumi. A few days after my former father-in-law was taken away by the police, I noticed that person outside the house again. Mom, over there.
Huh?
Did he come back again?
What should we do?
Ignore him. If he doesn't leave, we'll call the police again.
You're right. Let's do that.
After that, my former father-in-law started hanging around my parents' house. Whenever we went outside, he would come near us again and again.
Give me money.
You're not my family anymore.
You're my daughter-in-law, aren't you? You should be taking care of me.
Why would you think you could get money from me?
Takumi told me I could just get it from you from now on.
What? Takumi said that? I'm calling the police.
Ah! Don't push your luck.
How long is this going to go on? I'm home. Wait, what's this flyer? Whoa, what is this?
We're thinking of showing this to our lawyer.
Yeah, let's talk to the police and the lawyer about it. In the end, we consulted both the police and the lawyer, and my former father-in-law was warned again. I also decided to confront Takumi.
My mom told me to cut ties with my dad, so I did. He can't survive without money. So I had no choice but to tell him where he could get it. Are you okay with me being drained by him too?
So this is his true nature after all. Since our family lived in a rental, we decided to move. While we were packing up to move, my former father-in-law were watching us from afar. But since the police officers visited our home often, he didn't approach. I'm sorry for making you move.
What are you talking about? We were planning to buy a house anyway.
Oh, and it seems Keiko moved as well.
Oh, she already moved out, huh?
Apparently, Takumi gave her address to his dad. So she moved sooner than planned.
Let's hurry up and settle into our new place and have some peace. And just like that, we finished moving, and before we knew it, a year had passed. It seems that my former father-in-law, having lost track of where we went after the move, went back to Takumi.
Takumi, where are you? You have a duty to take care of me. Dad?
In the end, it seems Takumi resigned from his job as a result of this situation. After quitting his job, he moved in with his father. All of his earnings are being taken from him. Even so, his father continues to indulge in reckless spending. He's now working 2 jobs to support his father.
It's really hard. Please, let's get back together, Mao. Help me.
No way.
What?
I'm thinking of remarrying, so I don't want to hear from you ever again. I'm blocking all your numbers after this. Since he kept contacting me regularly, I became well aware of what was happening to him after the divorce. But today will be the last time. The reason I'm cutting off all contact with Takumi now is because I've started dating a divorced man I met through work. I'm not ready to remarry just yet, but I told Takumi I was. While I don't feel ready to jump into remarriage just yet, with someone much more sincere than Takumi, I might consider it again.